Pennsylvania is running low on teachers. According to the state system of higher education, the number of new certified teachers has plunged 67% since the year 2011. And now Governor Josh Shapiro wants to reverse that. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer has more on the plan to get more teachers in the classrooms.
Governor Josh Shapiro visited a Pittsburgh public school today, pushing a plan that he hopes will help the state's teacher shortage.
Hold that. You got it?
Yep. Governor Josh Shapiro meeting with students at Pittsburgh's Colfax Tuesday as schools across the city and the Commonwealth struggle more and more each year to hire teachers.
10 years ago, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania certified 20,000 teachers that year. Last year, we certified just over 6,100.
A message Shapiro shared alongside federal, county, and city leaders, including Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey.
Right now, we have a shortage of teachers, and we have to find a way to make this attractive again.
To help with that, Shapiro says his proposed budget would provide a personal income tax credit of up to $2,500 annually for 3 years for any new teacher.
For too long, we have disinvested in our teachers. We have not placed a premium on our teachers, and that is going to change in my administration.
Shapiro has proposed the same tax credit for new police officers and nurses. His budget, which he says is balanced and wouldn't require a tax increase, proposes dedicating more than $1 billion for schools, including funding for universal free breakfasts and for mental health counselors and services. This coming as Channel 11 recently told you that a PA court ruled that the state's funding system for schools is unconstitutional. Shapiro told us he doesn't expect an appeal there, and it's something lawmakers will then have to take up within the next year or so. In the meantime, fellow Democrats feel his proposed budget is a good step toward helping schools.
The more we make teaching attractive again, the more our children succeed. And when our children succeed, we become violent-free, and we become a place where people want to live, called the city of Pittsburgh. Thank you, Governor, for this investment.
Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
All right, Liz, thank you. We have reached out to a spokesman for the House Republicans for a response and are waiting to hear back. Now, when it comes to Shapiro's proposed budget in general, members of the GOP have concerns over spending, saying it doesn't address a structural deficit or prepare Pennsylvania should we face a turbulent economic climate.